Hello everyone, my name is Sam and today I'm going to talk about what it's been like to change testosterone therapy from Sustanon to Nebido and what it's been like over the past 2 years. Before we get started though, I do want to let you know that I am a queer person who talks about my experience as a trans person and as someone with chronic illness, so if that sounds like something that you would like to hear and learn more about, then please do click subscribe. For those of you that may not know, Nebido is a type of testosterone therapy that's available in the UK. It is administered intramuscularly and normally administered around every 12 weeks, so kind of every 3 months. Prior to Nebido, I'd been on something called Sustanon, which is a form of testosterone therapy that's administered around every 4 weeks, although I was getting my injections every 3 weeks. The problem is though, is that my levels were absolutely wild. Every adjustment that we'd make didn't seem to be doing the trick and didn't seem to get me into the range that I needed to be in. There came a point where my monthly bleeds came back and I got really uncomfortable with that, so at my next GIC appointment, which was the one where I also got my second signature for bottom surgery, I basically discussed this with the doctor and we agreed that I would try Nebido. Nebido is slow releasing, so generally people find that they're a lot more stable on it. However, my experience has shown that that isn't always the case. I think I'm not really getting the highs and lows like I used to on Sustanon, so that bit is actually a whole lot better. However, I recently got some blood test results come back and my testosterone levels are still really high, and they're actually so high to the point where I've been told that I need to come off of testosterone because they're at dangerous levels, and essentially basically like 4 weeks after my next shot I need to take a blood test, and I need to do that every 4 weeks until my levels are low enough that I can actually resume, and then when I will be resuming I'll be going at a 15-week interval, so there's still a lot to be figured out years later. Like, I'm 5 years on testosterone and we still haven't figured out my testosterone. One thing I didn't expect was how easy I would find it to forget that I had my next shot due. When I was having injections every 3 weeks, it was really easy to remember and it was always on my mind because that's not a very long time period, but every 3 months is actually quite a long time. I never really understood when my friends who were on Nebido said that they would forget that their injection was due. Like, that was not a concept that I could fathom, but now I definitely get it, and it's gotten to a point where my partner has actually put my injections onto their calendar so that they can remind me whenever I forget, which has been basically every single time. In terms of the bleeding, I think switching testosterone has actually done the trick. So when my bleeding started, I actually went on the pill, like the contraceptive pill, and that stopped my bleeding successfully for ages, and essentially about 6 months after I was on Nebido, I came off of those pills and I've not had problems since, so it seems like all of that's solved, which is nice. A lot of people think that when you switch from one form of testosterone to another, such as Nebido, that your changes are likely to increase, and this is especially something that you hear a lot from people who used to be on gel. Now, a lot of people do actually report this, but I've personally not found that to be the experience for myself, and I don't think it is the experience for everyone. I was already 3 years on T around about the time when I started Nebido, so it kind of means that most of my big changes had already happened, but then again, I didn't exactly sprout a new beard in that time either, so who knows. I'm definitely glad I switched though. I mean, we still need to figure out my testosterone levels, which seems to be an ongoing problem, but I definitely feel a lot more stable now that I'm on Nebido, and it was definitely the right choice. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Have you ever switched your type of testosterone? Did you find that your changes sped up? Do let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you want to keep updated, and I will see you all next time.